Hi guys, welcome. In this review I want to speak to you about Monster Cable. Monster Cable obviously born a lot of time ago with cables, audio cables, and I want to speak to you about his project. At first, the loudspeaker cable. This is the black platinum. Is a cheaper one because it costs about €5 for meter. It's interesting because the geometry is a twisted one, and it is twisted on a microfiber fiber, and it's interesting because it is in oxygen-free copper, and his conductors are twisted on this nylon cable, and it is better than the red and black cable, and is interesting because there is a lot of details, and is very useful for people that have a entry-level Wi-Fi. And what I say about this cable, it is useful with a lot of speakers. That one that don't want a lot of watts. Obviously, if you use something professional speaker, you have to use some other cables. Not this one, but this one is interesting for people that has an Wi-Fi between 2,000 3,000 euros. Is useful, but there is another cable that I want to present. It is this one, the XLR ProLink Performance 600. It is a microphone cable. It is useful also for professional ones, and the professional use there are also a very long cable, like 20 or 30 meters. This is only 1 meter, 1.5 meter, and it's useful for analog signals, not for digital one, and it's a good cable. If you want a cheaper cable, I think that this one that costs €30 is very interesting, because it is very good. In my hi-fi is very good. At last, I want to speak to you about the Monster Power. It is interesting because, as you can see, is a cheap one, but it is useful because for less than €50 you have 6 shukers. They are hard, and they are very good, not in material but in construction. They are not serial, but in parallel, so every shuko is a standalone shuko, but is interesting for modernity, because you have also 2 USB, power USB for charging tablet, phones and other USB, But the characteristic that is important are two characteristics. The first one is the protection, because this is a filtered power, and the cable is not a typical one, because it is exactly 1 square millimeter for conductor, and there are 3 conductors. They are very good products, because in my hi-fi they sound very good. Only when I put them together in my hi-fi I listen some that is lack of detail, of space, and this is acceptable, because they cost less than 150 euros. But for their price they are very interesting, because if you have an entry-level hi-fi, you can spend the right and obtain a very good implementation, because the other things that has a cheaper cost, they don't sound very well. These ones, they sound very well, because if you want a cheaper product, you have to say goodbye to the filter, to the good cable, to the OFC copper, to everything, to geometry, to everything that I present to you with these cables. So they are interesting and they are good. This is all for this review. To the next one. Bye bye.